Alright, next up we have Never Shout Never's Time Travel. This is a pretty good album, and Never Shout Never's a pretty good band. It's like some indie acoustic type shit. This album takes in a little bit more of an electronic influence, but it's still a solid album. Next is Eminem's The Eminem Show. And similar to my copy of The Golden Age of Grotesque, this is the limited edition version with a bonus DVD. It's also a damn good album. Alright, next up is Marilyn Manson's Antichrist Superstar. This is the first Marilyn Manson album that I ever bought in an actual store, because I bought Golden Age of Grotesque on Amazon. But this is still a solid album. The one thing I don't understand is why he has 99 fucking blank tracks on here before the weird extra bonus one. But nonetheless, it's an amazing album, and I fucking love it. Alright, next up is Gorillaz Demon Days. This is the first Gorillaz album I ever bought, and fucking really good. I like all the features. My favorite songs on this album are November Has Come because MF Doom is on it, Feel Good Inc., obviously, and Dare. Dare is a really fun track. I actually did something with that for a little project, but... next up is Danny Brown's Old. Danny Brown is a rapper that either you love him or you hate him. I love him. This album is fucking great. It's not as good as Triple X, but this is still a very solid album. It's got a perfect mix of, serious shit and party songs, and that's kind of what I like within a rap album. So, it's a good album. I recommend it. Alright, next up, we have Marilyn Manson, The High End of Low, and this is the deluxe edition with a bonus disc, covered with a bunch of bonus tracks, obviously. It's not his best album, but I still enjoy it. Alright, so now, we have Eminem, The Marshall Mathers LP. This is Eminem's arguably his greatest album. It is. Really, a lot of people agree with me that it's arguably his greatest album. If you look at it in retrospect, it's not fucking amazing like people thought it was, but it is a game changer. Still a good album. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. Alright, next up we have Nas Illmatic. And this is actually a United Kingdom import. I bought it from the UK. Like this album. My favorite songs of it are New York State of Mind and The World Is Yours. And Halftime. It's a damn fine album. This one I might get a little bit of flack for having. Suicide Silence, The Black Crown. I know it's deathcore, but I like deathcore. I like deathcore and metalcore and, death metal and shit. I like that shit. Would you expect me not to? But it's a nice album. I plan on getting the rest of their discography, except for maybe the new one. Maybe not the new one, but a majority of their discography I plan on getting. Alright, next up is currently one of my favorite rappers, Madchild, Lawnmower Man. It's a weird fucking title, because he's saying that he's Stephen King's weirdest fucking short story ever, but it's a nice album, great production, Madchild rhymes his fucking ass off on this. A little bit redundant with the subject matter, because a lot of it, just like, I'm fucking great, but it's still a solid album. This is one that I might get a lot of praise for owning. Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly. I've listened to a majority of this album, except for maybe 2 songs that I weren't entirely a fan of, but it's still a goddamn amazing album. If you want to start getting into hip-hop, I recommend starting with this. Next up is a very nice one that I enjoy. It's Beck's Mellow Gold. I'm kind of a new fan of Beck. I've known about him. I've liked the song Loser, but I never heard a full album. Listened to Mellow Gold all the way. Fucking loved it. Plan on getting Odelay and Guro and Sea Change and all that shit soon. We're coming near the end. Next up we have Gorillaz' debut album. This one, I don't like as much as Demon Days, but it's still a pretty good album. Clint Eastwood, Rehash, Tomorrow Comes Today. Good fucking songs. Alright, this is the latest album that I've bought, and it's also one of my favorite now. It's 9 Inch Nails' Pretty Hate Machine. Like with Beck, I'm a kind of a new fan of 9 Inch Nails, but this is a damn fine album, Head Like a Hole, Terrible Lie, Sin. I like this album. I like 9 Inch Nails. I plan on getting Downward Spiral and shit. Alright, so that was my album collection. Do you have any recommendations for albums that I should buy? Tell me in the fucking comments or whatever, or go on my Facebook, like it, and maybe message it or comment on something. I don't fucking know. Whatever you want to do to recommend albums to me. That was my collection. Little cringy. Little good. I'm Jimmy Casual. Fuck you and bye. Is!